Welcome to the Golden Nuggets.
This podcast is sponsored by Vital Signs First Aid Training Centre.
Introducing Vital Signs First Aid Training Center, your ultimate destination for workplace safety excellence. Our CPR AED training are absolutely essential. Imagine having a confident and well-prepared workforce at your disposal. A workplace where every single employee knows exactly how to respond in a crisis situation. You can create this kind of workplace with our hands-on training sessions. Our courses are designed to be not just informative, but enjoyable and unforgettable. Schedule a CPR and AED training session with us today, and you'll even enjoy an exclusive discount for early bookings. Don't wait. WhatsApp First Aid to 874-84007 to secure your spot. At Vital Signs, your workplace safety is our top priority. Join us in making your workplace safer and more prepared than ever before.
Nuggets, back to the episode.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Golden Nuggets podcast. Of course, with me, I still have Ami. And our guest is none other than Mr. Osman.
Alright, Abang Osman. So, from the last episode, right, I wanted to ask you, this is something I do not know, so I'm actually quite curious. When we talk about the Western medicine, some of my colleagues told me that they are still extracts from nature. So why is that something that they can protect and patent when we talk about nutrition from what's this called, from herbal supplements? We cannot do that.
Okay, it is not like they have the exact extract from nature, from plants, right? They, like for example, they learn of a phytochemical or a type of chemical from the plants lah. Katakan. Let's talk about for discussion's sake, for curcumin. So curcumin structure is maybe such. When if let's say you study chemistry, then there is a chemical structure such. So that's curcumin, and you cannot copy curcumin, right? But if let's say they have or they understand, they know that okay, curcumin is derived from probably a precursor, right? So they can take the precursor that is probably derived from the nature, right? And then through chemical processes, because these are really brilliant people, right? Really chemical engineers and all that. So they know from that precursor, and then from what organic or processes, organic chemistry processes, they control the processes, and they have a new chemical that is very close to curcumin. They call it macam a family, like like caffeine, right? Caffeine is a family, right? So you there is naturally occurring caffeine, of course, from coffee, but you also get caffeine of guaranin from guarana fruit, right? So the guaranin extract is basically within the same chemical family of caffeine, so they call it caffeine. So same thing like that. If let's say they can manufacture a new chemical entity that is within the family of, let's say, curcumin tadi, right? And then they start to study number one, they study this new chemical entity safety study first in animals. Is it safe in biological systems before they do safety studies on humans? So that's why back to what I said just now. It becomes a new chemical entity. It's not a natural thing already.
I see.
That's where they can patent.
Okay.
You still cannot patent a natural chemical that is from nature.
Okay, so they are patenting the chemical aspect,
the
of
mixture,
what they found from a specific
yes, basically they change change they know the original, and then they change the chemical makeup structure, but within the same family. Okay, you're familiar with ACE inhibitors, right?
Yes.
So why are there so many ACE inhibitors? You got perindopril, you got lisinopril, right?
Yeah.
They all fall into the ACE inhibitor family.
Yes.
The chemical structure is very similar. The R group saja, or certain parts saja yang different a little bit, that makes them unique.
Okay.
But in general, their effect is similar. Some may have a greater effect than the other. That's where they have comparative studies sometimes.
I see.
You see that?
Okay. All right.
Oh, deep
Okay. I think we move on to topic about how you eventually started MyLustre. So based on the knowledge that you actually acquire and you see the negative side of the pharma industry, is that the reason why you decide to start MyLustre in the first place?
Not exactly. I don't see I did not see the bad side of the pharma industry as much now than then, but it was purely a business. Okay, what can I do in terms of business, right? Before excuse me, before we started before MyLustre, it was Organic Health, right? That was the precursor of MyLustre. I tried photography, so I wanted to be like a professional photographer at the time. Then I tried freelancing. My friend had a studio, and I became a weekend warrior, shooting for him, weddings, and do a bit of commercial stuff. And after I did for about maybe 2 years, then I realized, no, this is not a good business to be jump in.
Okay.
Because you can make quite good money. I wouldn't say a lot of money, quite good money, but you cannot be rich. Susah for you to be rich. Not because the rich part, but it's quite difficult for you to scale up, right? So then I realized, okay lah, then what's next? Then next is health supplement because I'm not a pharmacist, so I cannot hold a pharmacy license. That's why I cannot go into pharmaceutical right on my own. So next best thing is health supplement. So then I jump into health supplement and I pick up back the health supplement knowledge basically from zero lah. But it's kind of easy for me because I was from pharma.
Yes.
So the science in health supplement is lighter than pharma science. Right? So that's how I started.
What's the R&D process when you want to develop your own product?
Okay, it depends. Sometimes it can be so fast, and sometimes it can take time, right? First and foremost, we look at ingredients, because health supplements, they also have ingredients. They also have like multivitamins ingredients manufacturer, right? From all over the world. China, US, India, name it, right? Everywhere they have it. And we must understand what the ingredients does. If let's say it is like a multivitamin, then it's kind of straightforward. But if let's say it is an extract of, let's say, curcumin, then we know traditionally curcumin does what. But sometimes it is not enough to just use historical evidence to like market it. Well, on certain markets you can do that, but coming from pharma, that's where I'm strict. I want to say, okay, what's the scientific evidence? So we wait for papers, and sometimes we really see the ingredient manufacturer do what studies have you done for your curcumin, because you purify your own curcumin, right? So I'm going to buy the ingredient from you to make my product, mixing with probably some other ingredients. Then we want to know, basically what we want to see is the safety, purity of their ingredients, right? And then if let's say they have their human study, which now a lot of health supplement suppliers, ingredient suppliers do, because they also want to show evidence-based.
Yes.
You cannot run away from evidence-based, which is a very good thing, right? So they do, although how small the study is, it is still an indication that, okay, it works towards that direction, right? So I will work with we call this branded punya suppliers lah, branded punya ingredient suppliers. When they have papers like this, we trust them more. Although the price can be 3 times or 4 times more expensive than generic. Let's say curcumin, right? Curcumin pun ada generic supplier and also have the branded supplier. So the branded supplier can like cost like 4-5 times more, right? 3 to 5 times more than the generic one. So usually use the branded ones because we are sure that they have, number one, they have standardization, right? So we know that every batch we will get the same effect from their ingredient. So the research starts from there, and then the ingredient comes together. Then we go to a manufacturer. Okay, can you mix this together? And then the next one will be format. Which format will be good? Will it be in tablet format, capsule format? What will be the pros and cons? Right? Can this be in a liquid format? Then the next level will be if it is in liquid format, they're more cumbersome lah. It's you have to do taste test.
Yes.
The reception, people take it, you make a very good liquid and with very good ingredients, but it's bitter. then the reception in the market is not good, your product is going to fail.
Yep.
So the angle that we always take is the scientific angle first. We make sure that we get the right things in that product, and then the commercial angle. How will the market receive this? What about the psychology of the market? Right? Will they prefer a pill format or a liquid format in shots or something like that? So not every product can be done in a liquid format.
Yes.
Right? And not every product can be done in a capsule tablet format. So usually we see these two prong.
So from what you're saying, is it true that if you decide on this particular combination of ingredients, and then when you do a taste test it's not good, then that is better to be on a capsule format?
And the follow-up is how long does this R&D actually process usually take before you actually come out with the
Number one, it depends. If let's say the ingredient is liquid, you cannot put in capsule format lah. And when it's in liquid, the masking you have to consider. There's a lot of products in the market, they just mask with a lot of sugar.
Yes.
And also use aspartame, the sugar alternative and all that. I am against aspartame dulu since last time. And now WHO already have given the directive that stay away from aspartame and sucralose and the artificial sugars and all that, because it's, in the long term it's bad for the health.
Yes.
So there are studies 20 years ago dah tunjukkan it's bad for health, but the industry still. So I try to stay away. I will definitely want to stay away from this. And so it depends. If let's say the liquid format cannot be done into the tablet or capsule format, we have to stay in liquid. What about in jelly format? So we have to try the R&D, right? So back to the second question, how long can the R&D? The earliest, if let's say everything is ready, maybe 4 months.
Oh.
Yeah, because I'm talking about not just the R&D, I'm talking about product launch to market. Because sometimes the product is ready, we just tell, okay, you have this ingredient, okay, mix this ingredient. It can be straightforward.
I see.
Like you want to do multivitamin. A lot of people, manufacturers can do the multivitamin. Okay, which vitamin do you want in? So you just order. Then the process of manufacturing can be about 3 months. So the R&D alone can take maybe 4 months to 1 year. And sometimes I've done before like 2 years or so, I still cannot decide whether I want to go through with this. Because the product can be ready, but then you think after that, now is the market ready for this product? Okay, will this market accept this product?
I see.
Even we have done before samples after samples, and then we try, and usually I'm the first person to try. I want the new samples, and the delayed process, the procrastination is real, because we just cannot have data, cannot decide, okay, do we want to launch this, when do you want to launch this?
On a marketing perspective, right? Does the term, like for example 5 years worth of study, does it help sell better of research and study?
In a way it does, more so in the pharma. But in the health supplement business, the market is really like an open market, right?
So they're ready. If they
not really ready, sometimes they don't care. So it's kind of but what is true is that you must build your credibility. The brand's credibility is important. Because anybody, like any one of you, so you want to jump into the health industry, you just go to any manufacturer. Hey, what can you provide me to sell? Then the manufacturer have the experience, right? Then the manufacturer can teach you, okay, you do this, put your name lah, I already have this product. But you do not understand about your brand. Then you are at the mercy of the manufacturer.
Correct.
Right? So whatever the manufacturer put things adulterated into your product, your name will be at risk.
Yes.
And this is what we see in our industry for the longest of time. That's why you see sometimes HSA put in the newspaper, this brand has found to have controlled drugs. So people, anybody with this throw away, right? And then you kena saman $25,000, and then second time you go to masuk jail 3 months with $75,000 maybe, you know. So that's why lah. So you're at the mercy then. So building credibility is very good lah for the brand.
Okay. We talk about your business structure. Right now you are an online retail store, right? You don't have a storefront, right?
we used to have. We went through business evolution.
Okay.
Right? Being 20 years in the market, there's a lot of changes. Our model when we started, like I said last time, we follow like the halal foods you heard about last time, right? So it was a call center, and you advertise. So I call it, you do a pull marketing. Then you get people to listen to your advertisement, get convinced, and then call you up. So they call us up, our call center, and then our salespeople. We train our salespeople about how to answer all those calls, close the sales, and then we deliver directly to your house the same day, right? And then the internet came. But before that, we had 3 retail shops last time.
Okay.
And this was before the economic crisis, and this was still organic health.
2008.
2009. So we had a shop, MyLustre.com. We already have a website, right? MyLustre.com, and it was at Novena Square. Another one is at East Point Mall, Simei.
Oh.
And then we opened.
Tak ingat.
Yeah, and then we were there for about 2 years, short period, right? And then we had a facial center called the Tree at Juchat, right, Juchat Road. And then economic crisis came. That's where a lot of businesses suffer so much. A lot of businesses went bankrupt also, and we had a very hard time. And we had to like close our shops one by one, and we were tied by lease. So die also must tahan, the lease, continue, and very painful moments, very painful period, but also very useful period where we learned a lot about business, the ups and downs of business. People always say that what matters is when you fall, whether you come up and fight again. The saying is easy to hear, it's not easy to walk, right? So we went through that, and then the economic crisis made us lose, like every year financial closing, 6 digit in the rate for 3 consecutive years. And mind you, our business, we don't have any bank leverage. That means we don't have any bank loans. So we don't have that loan part to like help us with the cash flow. So we really manage our cash flow very tightly, right? And during that time juga, I sacrificed not taking any pay from the company for 2 years.
2 years.
Really for survival. Really survival. That's why there was a really a big period where we learned a lot about business, and then I re-educate myself, go for courses. Maybe I haven't seen this, maybe I haven't looked at this, and then that really opened up my mind that okay, business have to evolve. And then the internet came. Of course, we were early having our Facebook page and all that, but then we do not know what to do with social media, and then the social media punya commerce start to macam explode since the last 5 years, around maybe 2018 2019. It start to pick up to 2023, then a lot, so it grows like tremendously, like very fast. So that evolution and then the learning curve is quite tough, especially for businesses. That's why you can see big businesses cannot adopt the social media strategies effectively initially, because the old mindset of doing business and marketing is still entrapped in the old marketers that they're still in the organization. And social media are the next generation, the late Gen Y and Gen Z in your game, So if the top management of organization cannot trust or cannot train these Gen Zs or late millennials to lead the way, and they cannot let go, it's very hard for the organization to really embrace social media commerce. I call it social commerce. It's no more e-commerce. E-commerce is like website and everything. Now it becomes social commerce.
That's why they have live selling.
So we have live selling every day.
Yes.
We have staff that does live selling every day. And you all have seen us, I'm very active in content creation. And 5 years ago, you want to make content that has nothing to do with a business, people cannot accept it. I mean, businesses cannot accept it. cannot understand that it's going to help for your business. I'm selling kuih. Why? Apa salah aku nak buat joget-joget je? Okay, I'm selling a health supplement. Why must I dance and get that? But now people understand. It's basically the very basic human behavior. It's all about attention.
Yes, correct.
Do you do that? Do you do like live selling?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Because I don't have time to do that. I do a lot of other things. Mind you, I run 2 companies in 2 countries, Singapore and Malaysia. I travel a lot in Singapore and Malaysia. And right now, to show that how we adopt and evolve with the pressures of social media, of the internet, right? Now I'm not just a business owner. I'm a YouTuber, I'm a podcaster.
Everything.
Everything.
And I believe that I have to embrace it first, then I can communicate this downwards.
Yes.
So that the whole it's easier for us to maneuver as an organization in this space. Yeah.
I'm quite curious. Why don't you explore network marketing or multi-level marketing for your business?
Good question. In the 90s, it was like big boom, you know. You want to do network marketing, you must have very strong backup funding also lah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Network marketing is not about the products that you sell.
Yeah.
It is a marketing engine, right? So any product you can put into, or almost any product, not all product, almost any product. Usually, consumer products lah, right? Network marketing, you need to build an engine, right? A marketing engine, and then a sales force that is promised what do you call that? Success, wealth, and richness. They always lure you towards that. You know, hey, you just do this and I can be a multimillionaire and I can sit down in the Bahamas and my, you know, so it is not true in business. You know, you don't like for you to reach to that level, right? You must really work your ass off. You must have that system, right?
Yeah.
And multi-level marketing, you need people, very strong salespeople, to continue recruiting more than selling your products.
Yeah, with strong connections.
Yeah, so recruitment. So it's actually quite difficult. So in the mid 90s, I also joined the early multi-level marketing. So I thought it was quite a good engine. And until one day I realized, hey, I was like kind of macam hypnotized like that of the promises of hope of riches and all that. Which then I realized, hey, this is not a good thing. So I banned multi-level marketing.
So you were open to it lah, but you are
not to
just
start a business yet. I joined them first to learn, to see. Again, when we were young last time, right? You always want to become rich fast, right?
Yeah.
Always like that. You're not patient enough, right?
Yeah.
Young people are like that.
Young blood.
Young blood is all like. I went through that also. But I can promise you this: once we have that kind of mentality, then it's very easy for us to get conned.
Naivety.
Naivety, correct. You know, and I'm very sure whoever young have joined multi-level marketing before, right, at one point after that they realized I was conned into this, man. So by principles, then I don't like that model. And I would say I'm a business person with principles. I really follow principles, especially principles, concept keislaman. The Islamic principles I hold very dearly. So anything that is against my principle that I don't agree with, I will not do. No matter how much money can promise, hey, but this is a good model. But by principles, I don't do.
Before we end this second part, one last question for MyLustre. You mentioned that in the previous economic crisis, what happened was you had to downsize. You were 3 years in the rates.
Yeah.
And you mentioned you did not take any bank loan.
No.
So how did you sustain in that 3 years? Did you manage to accumulate a certain amount in your bank account, or did you get investors to fund during the 3 years that you were in the rates?
Wait bang, pause.
Yeah.
I think this is a very interesting question. Do you want to start off part 3 with this question? I think that will be better, right?
Yeah.
Okay guys. sorry to make you stay for this hook. So I think tune in for part 3 to get the answer from Abang Osman. Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, see you guys. Peace.